A few days ago, I decided to officially resign, step down from my title, and return the crown back to the organization.
We terminate you first. You not resign. I kick you out, you know. You're not quality enough. You're never beautiful from inside. Even she warning me, if I say something to the social, she will sue me. Coming to sue me, please. Coming now.
I have to say, I'm really not surprised by this. My own personal experience as Miss...
The glitz, the glamour, the flashing lights, beauty pageants have always been sold as the ultimate celebration of elegance, confidence, and empowerment. But what happens when the person running the show turns out to be the source of chaos? The name Nawat Itsaragrisil has been dominating headlines for weeks, and not for the reasons he'd like. Once seen as the visionary behind Thailand's international pageant empire, he's now accused of mistreating contestants, disrespecting staff, and creating a toxic environment behind the scenes. Before we dive into all the shocking details, make sure to hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe if you love untold stories from behind the scenes of fame and power. Trust me, you'll want to stay till the end for this one.
If you follow the order from your national director, you are damaged. No, not about you. Not about you. Not about you.
It's not about me, it's about all the people that
I didn't give you opportunity to talk. Please keep polite for me. I'm still talking. Listen.
It all started with one shocking moment that played out live on stage. During what was supposed to be a dazzling celebration of international beauty, Miss Mexico, Fatima Bosch, was publicly humiliated by Nawat himself. Cameras caught the moment he berated her, calling her names that left audiences stunned. Within hours, clips of the confrontation spread like wildfire across social media. Contestants began to walk off the stage in silent protest, and hashtags calling for his resignation trended globally. But what many people didn't realize was that this was just the tip of the iceberg, a glimpse into a much deeper, darker world behind the glamour.
กิจกรรมยกมือขึ้นเชิญเดินออกไปนอกห้องได้เลยแล้วไปเอาพาสปอร์ตแล้วกลับบ้านตัวเองไปเลย I don't care เนอะ
Before the scandal exploded, Nawat Itsaragrisil was considered one of the most powerful figures in the pageant industry. As the founder and president of Miss Grand International, he built a brand that rivaled Miss Universe and Miss World. His events attracted contestants from around the globe, his shows were broadcast in multiple languages, and his influence was undeniable. But with great power often comes unchecked behavior, and insiders are now revealing that the same controlling personality that made him successful also made him feared.
ไม่สงสารสปอนเซอร์ไงนอนก็นอนฟรีกินก็กินฟรีรีเทิร์นให้เขาหน่อยไม่ได้เหรอ
Some of the earliest red flags go back years. In 2016, a contestant accused him of body-shaming her after she refused to conform to what he described as ideal beauty standards. Later, during a live broadcast in 2022, he mocked several women's appearances, calling one unfit for international standards. At the time, fans brushed it off as pageant drama, but those close to the organization say it created a culture of fear. Staff members were allegedly warned not to challenge his opinions or risk losing their jobs. Contestants, too, learned quickly that their smiles had to hide the discomfort of being constantly criticized.
I still keep talking to everybody. Why you stand up to talk to me? No, you have a voice, but you have to respect the voice. What? No, why you stand up? When the gun, security.
Fast forward to 2025, and those whispers turned into a full-blown explosion. The Miss Universe. 2025 event was being held in Thailand, and tensions were already high. Contestants had trained for months, rehearsing their routines, practicing interviews, and presenting their best selves. But when Nawat's temper flared on stage toward Miss Mexico, that illusion of empowerment crumbled in an instant. What followed was chaos. Contestants walking off stage, sponsors withdrawing support, and media outlets racing to uncover what really happened. Nawat's tearful apology video came days later, but for many, it was too little, too late. In the days following his removal from the Miss Universe committee, pageant workers began to speak up. At first, it was anonymous posts on social media, former assistants, stylists, and backstage crew hinting that there were many more victims of Nawat's behavior. Then several came forward openly, sharing experiences that painted a disturbing picture of the man once considered a national icon. One former staffer claimed he often berated workers during rehearsals, throwing objects and shouting insults. Another revealed that female employees were pressured to act perfect around him at all times. The stories varied in detail, but one message was clear. What happened to Miss Mexico was not an isolated incident.
He is not afraid to speak his mind online. He's not somebody who would speak behind your back. He is going to say it to your face, even if you don't want to hear it. Simultaneously, my jaw dropped and my stomach sunk, not only, of course, for Miss Universe Mexico.
Some of the workers described what they called emotional manipulation and verbal abuse that went on for years. According to one former contestant turned staffer, the culture around Nawat's pageants was built on fear and silence. If you spoke up, you were blacklisted, she said. Everyone knew, but no one dared to say it out loud. Their testimonies began to gain traction, and soon, major Thai news outlets picked up the story. What had once been seen as gossip suddenly turned into a serious conversation about abuse of power and accountability within the beauty industry. As more voices joined in, a pattern began to emerge. Contestants who questioned rules were sidelined, employees who objected were dismissed, and critics were publicly humiliated online. Nawat was known for his unapologetically bold personality, but behind that confidence, many say, was cruelty. One of the most viral clips circulating now shows him making sarcastic remarks about contestants' bodies, laughing while the women forced nervous smiles. For viewers, it was uncomfortable. For those who worked with him, it was normal.
I have to say, I'm really not surprised by this. My own personal experience as Miss Canada was pretty terrible, but I will say that being Miss Canada was one of the most challenging years of my life. Behind all of these smiles and the glamour of makeup, there can be a really dark side.
While public outrage grew, the legal side of the story began to unfold. Insiders claim that some of the staff who came forward have been contacted by lawyers representing Nawat's company, allegedly warning them about defamation. Whether those claims hold any merit is unclear, but the tactic itself raised eyebrows. Critics say it's a classic attempt to intimidate whistleblowers into silence. Others argue that if Nawat truly had nothing to hide, he wouldn't feel the need to threaten lawsuits at all. Interestingly, this isn't the first time Nawat's empire has been under scrutiny. Reports from a few years ago suggested that his pageant company was involved in questionable financial activities, including inflated sponsorship deals and manipulated stock market listings. Although no charges were ever filed, these rumors, combined with the new wave of allegations, have left his public image in ruins. Once a respected entrepreneur, he's now viewed as a cautionary tale of how power, fame, and ego can corrupt even the most glamorous industries.
And thank you so much for Mr. Mario, the new CEO. He is so nice. We will fly tomorrow immediately. Because I need only one has a full authorized to work with. It's more easy. And we will go the same direction.
Meanwhile, fans and former contestants are demanding that pageant organizations worldwide take stronger action against toxic leadership. Many have pointed out that while beauty competitions claim to empower women, they often silence those who challenge the system. The controversy around Nawat has reignited debates about whether pageants truly celebrate women or simply exploit them. A growing number of activists are calling for reforms that include transparent complaint systems, fair contracts, and mental health support for contestants. On social media, opinions are divided. Some fans believe Nawat's firing was justified and long overdue. Others, however, claim that cancel culture has gone too far, arguing that one mistake shouldn't erase a man's career. But as more testimonies surface from behind the curtains, that defense becomes harder to stand by. For many, this isn't about one bad moment. It's about years of behavior that finally caught up with him.
หลอกให้ผม apologize. I think you must be understand the pressure is a lot. I am the human sometimes.
He did not express his direct apology.
In an emotional live stream days after being removed from the Miss Universe board, Nawat broke down in tears, saying he felt betrayed and misunderstood. But few were convinced. Comment sections were flooded with angry remarks from viewers who said he was crying not out of remorse, but out of embarrassment for being exposed. "You made women cry for years," one comment read. "Now you finally know how it feels." It's a powerful reversal that's resonated deeply with the public, especially those who've experienced workplace mistreatment. As investigations continue, several former employees say they hope their stories will inspire others in the industry to speak up. "This isn't just about one man," one worker said. "It's about a whole system that allowed this kind of behavior to thrive." That statement has become something of a rallying cry among pageant fans, who are now demanding structural change. After all, if the people behind the glitter and gowns are being mistreated, what does empowerment really mean?
มันจะบ้าเหรอถ่ายคลิปอะไรก็ไม่ให้ถ่าย ให้โปรโมทอะไรก็แบบไม่อยากโปรโมทละ
ค่ะ
นี่คือสิ่งที่เลวที่สุดของการทำงาน เดี๋ยวจะถามเรียงตัวเลย คนไหนไม่อยากถ่ายคลิป ไม่อยากทำกิจกรรมยกมือขึ้น เชิญเดินออกไปนอกห้องได้เลย แล้วไปเอาพาสปอร์ตแล้วกลับบ้านตัวเองไปเลย I don't care เนอะเราก็ต้องอย่างนี้แหละ
พี่สกาบอกแล้ว
โอ้ไม่มีคือสันดานไม่มีความเคารพเนี่ยนึกว่ามีเฉพาะองค์กรอย่างเดียวระบาดมาถึงผู้เข้าประกวดเดี๋ยวจะโดนเนอะ
The fallout from this scandal is still far from over. Sponsors are reevaluating their partnerships, contestants are reconsidering future participation, and other pageant directors are scrambling to distance themselves from the controversy. As more former staff members come forward, it's clear this story isn't going away anytime soon. The glamorous world of beauty pageants may never look the same again, and Nawat's name, once associated with prestige, is now a symbol of controversy.
You know, as a country, you have all my respect. I truly love Thailand. I respect all of you. I think that you're amazing people. But what just your director did is not respectful. He called me dumb because he had problems with the organization. And I think that's not fair because I'm here and I do everything okay. I don't mess with anyone. I just try to be kind. I'm trying to give my best. And he just shot me and he just said to me and shut up and a lot of different things. And I think that the world needs to see this because we are empowered women and this is a platform for our voice. And no one can shut our voice and no one will do that to me.
What happens next will depend on whether the industry truly learns from this moment or simply moves on once the headlines fade. But one thing is certain. The voices that were once silenced have now been heard around the world. Their courage to speak up has opened a long overdue conversation about power, respect, and the dark realities that often hide behind the spotlight. And maybe, just maybe, this time the change will stick. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you found this story eye-opening, drop a comment with your thoughts on whether Nawat deserves a second chance, and subscribe so you don't miss any more explosive updates like this one.